This video is about a drawing process where you take a drawing and you transfer it to your substrate, your paper, by the means of using oil paint to transfer that drawing. And then when you have your drawing on the paper, the oil is the line work. And then you apply some watercolor, which resists the oil paint. Oil and water don't mix, of course. And it results in an interesting technique. And I'm excited to show you a little bit of that today. So let's get started. I take a sheet of tracing paper, cut it down to the size that I need. And from this tracing paper, I'm essentially making my transfer sheet for my drawing. I'm coating it with oil paint evenly, spreading it out, not too heavy. And you might see a few little brush strokes, but that also will add to the texture later on. I'm making a second sheet of transfer paper, this one with red, and I'm doing the same as I did with the first purple sheet. It's now time to transfer the drawing, so I'm taking the oil side of the paper and I'm laying it face down onto my watercolor paper, which is an Arches 140-pound hot press paper. From there, doing my drawing with the number 2 pencil, looking at it as I go, and I'm varying the weight of the pressure of the pencil. I like this technique because the line work has kind of a pseudo printmaking feel to it. I'm now taking that second red sheet that I made and I'm softly rubbing it with my finger, again paint side down on the paper, to achieve some texture. I'm using Arches 140-pound hot press watercolor paper, and right now I'm going in and laying in some water on top of it. Now you can see that water-soluble oil that I use for the red is picking up a little bit of that water and spreading around, which actually is fine because I'm kind of interested in what's happening there. But the purple, which is the true oil color, is resisting the watercolor, so you can go in and paint on top of that and it will not impact that at all, which is a really fun way to work. I'm now going in with some more watercolor. As you can see, some of that permanent rose does pick up into the Payne's Gray watercolor that I'm using. That's fine. I like the way that mixes. So I'm just going to start working in the hair of the beard and the head and work around in those areas right now. Now I'm going in with some black acrylic ink. But in hindsight, I wish I hadn't, because actually now looking back at this painting, I like the way that beard is looking right about now. So again, I couldn't resist, and I think I overworked it a bit, but in any case, you can get the idea of how I use ink and integrate it in with watercolor. I've got my ink laid in, so now I'm going in and with my Prussian blue kind of going in and defining some areas in the face, and I'm also going to go in and glaze on top of that beard with the underpaintings that have been applied before, bring the whole image together and unify it a little bit more. Now I've grabbed some oil pastels and working those in with the oil background and the watercolor. Looking at the rest of the piece, I wanted to bring a little bit more of that red texture into it, so I'm now cutting a mask out of tracing paper really rudimentary mask, and now I'm going back with my red transfer sheet and I'm rubbing down on top of that background, as you can see, but the mask is doing what it should be. It's masking the face. Now I'm washing in a little bit of water on top of that water-soluble oil, and it's just adding a little bit more interest to that, and then I'm working some of those reds up into the face as well. Now I'm going back with that purple texture because now I feel like it needs a little purple. Hope you enjoyed this demo. Thanks for watching.